Hi, you guys. Welcome to Cancerian Chronicles. This is Misty, and we are on day 13 of our Level Up Your Life series for my beautiful Cancerians. This is a 30-day series where we are pulling cards to see what advice there is for Cancer to level up. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to jump in and get started. This is for Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, North Node. Really, if you have Cancer anywhere in your chart, the messages may resonate. So let's get started. Ooh, geez. I'm not taking these, but what just fell while I was trying to shuffle is Winter's Dream, Gestation Period, and Dances on One Foot, which is Balancing Act. So it's like, I don't know, for one of you, some of you, none of you, I don't know. But there is some type of advice for someone or just like a heads up that if you are feeling the need to just kind of, hi Maddie, if you're feeling the need to just kind of, I want to say hibernate or something like that. It's kind of like that hermit mode type of energy. If that's what you're feeling, like just embrace it, because there's something to do with things balancing out, perhaps in your energy. Perhaps it's kind of like if you've been working on some type of projects or something, it could possibly be like, all of your work, all of your deeds. It's like there are things happening behind the scenes to kind of catch up with whatever it is that you've been working on. And so right now it's kind of that just go with the flow. It says drifter experiencing life as it comes at the bottom there. So this is like, don't worry about it. Don't, like if you're feeling, I'm getting the sense of like, if you're feeling like lethargic or tired or something at this time, there's nothing to fear. There's nothing, wrong. It's just like, we work in cycles just like the rest of the world, just like the rest of the universe. And there are times where we are working. There are times where we are resting, right? So that's for someone, okay? But let's see what we get with an actual good little shuffle here. Messages for Cancer. What does Cancer need to know? What do we need to know for this level up? Messages for Cancer. Okay. All right, we have 3 that popped out. So the first one was Dragon's Hoard, protecting the future. We have Will o' the Wisp, treasures hidden in the shadows. And the other one I didn't see, it says repairing the body, mind, and spirit. And that is Me Talks. So I feel, Cancer, that part of this advice or the advice that we're having for today, it has something to do with, I'm hearing mum's the word. It's still that hermit energy, especially with this Me Talks. It's like you're being guided to work on like improving yourself or working on taking care of yourself, but just in private, like keeping some things personal, keeping some things private. And I'm getting that, I'm hearing that there's a song where they say pop out or pop, something like that. Like it's that type of energy where you're meant to work on yourself in private. And it's kind of like, don't talk to people about what you're doing. I'm hearing something about naysayers. So I don't know. It's just like it's that energy of like not letting people in on your plans, because it's like some people may knowingly and some unknowingly kind of discourage you from what this is that you're doing. Yeah. This is super important, especially with that protecting the future and treasures hidden in the shadows. So there's some type of gift, there's some type of this has something to do with finances. I really feel like that, but you whatever, like there's something that is about to, like you're about to be awarded or rewarded with something, and you need to protect this. But it also requires you to be in a certain space, mentally, physically, emotionally, like all of that. At the bottom is Revelation. It says unmarked trail. And again, this is part of that. This is that energy of like, people don't need to know what you're doing. It's like keep your blinds closed, keep your curtains closed. Like no one should be able to peek in and see what you're doing. But I also feel like that's exactly what some people are trying to do. They want to know exactly what you're doing. I'm hearing sensei. It's kind of like there are people that, um, I mean, even if this hasn't come out for you yet, it's like people are sensing something good is about to happen for you or to you. People are taking note of like changes. Like you may feel like maybe you're working on something and you don't see the progress, but other people do. And they're wanting to not only, like I'm getting the sense of like there's some people that just want to be nosy, but it's also this energy of like someone wanting to, um I don't want to say copy, but I mean that's really what it is. Yeah, some type of, I'm telling, at the top is caterpillar. We have something about opportunity. There's some opportunity that awaits, something that's about to be presented to you. There's nothing, yeah, I don't know. Let's see. And I was guided to 4 decks for today. Hmm. Messages. Ooh, okay. Let's see. This first one, we have detach. This one, I mean, this messages about detaching just stay coming out for us, right? So, I mean, if you are not getting that message, like someone needs to look up like the art of detachment, the laws of detachment, like that is super important. Says you're being asked to detach from something that you've been holding on to. When we hold on too tightly to the desired outcome, it restricts the flow. Trust that the outcome will work out and let go of your attachment to it. So that's the card that's coming here for protecting your future. I'm also being drawn back to, with this dragon's hoard, I'm being guided back to the actual word hoard, right? And I'm thinking there's something to do with hoarders, with someone trying to hoard something. Well, I mean, that's the same thing, I guess, with the detach, right? If you are hoarding something, I don't know, out of fear, like you're hoarding something out of fear that you won't get any more. Like I don't know, kind of like if you like have this money, like the savings, and you're hoarding it because you feel like, I don't know, maybe you've experienced some type of poverty before in your past, and you're afraid that if you use your money, or I don't know, like you're not taking care of yourself, you're not pouring back into yourself, because like there's a fear of, there's this lack mentality, like you feel like you're not going to be able to get it again. And so, what you may not understand is that that is actually slowing down what is meant to come in for you. Like the tip of the iceberg is what I'm hearing. Whatever this is that you're holding on to, that you're hoarding, it is the tip of the iceberg. There's so much more that is right there, like right underneath the surface, that you can't see right now. So that guidance is for you to, um, I'm hearing something about vice grip. So like kind of loosen your hold on whatever this is, just a little bit, just a little bit. At the bottom, we have healing. which is interesting, of course, with this detached, because when you're like, if you're holding on to something or you can't let go of something, there's some underlying issue, like some type of trust issue that could, be related to some type of past trauma. But at the top, we have pivot. You're being asked to turn something about that around, perhaps the way that you're thinking about it. Yeah. We have create. It says you're being asked to connect with your creative side in whatever way feels best. This part of you needs extra attention right now. It needs to be expressed in a bigger way. And let me check, because this came out in reverse and I'm being guided to put it back in reverse the way that it came out. And just so you guys know, like I don't turn my cards in reverse. The only exception would be like the cards that I make, like it's such a big stack that they flip any direction and I'm not going through those every day. But all of my cards, when you see me shuffling or whatever, like my cards are upright. So when they come out in reverse, like there is a reason for that. And I'm wondering, let me just ask rather than making assumptions. Okay, so the question that I asked was, is this about like Cancer, whoever this is for, is this about the fact that you need to kind of hold off on a creative project that you're working on? Or is this calling attention to the fact that you're not creating something that you're meant to actually do? And it was the second one, it was the latter. So there's something that you are being guided to work on that you're not doing. It's like the energy of like someone keeps putting something on hold, something about like for another day, something about a rainy day. I don't know if it's kind of like someone's like making a lot of excuses as to why they can't um, publish something. I don't know. That was the first thing that came to mind. But why this is like why someone can't publish something. I'm seeing someone drawing, like why someone can't work on their artwork, or why they can't really, not even for some people, like why they can't share it. Like, I don't know if someone has been thinking about like ways to share their art, but they continue to like hold off on it. Like you want everything to be perfect, the perfect lighting, the perfect setup, the perfect whatever. I mean, I don't know what this is. I'm hearing something about a showroom floor, but there is no, like there is no the perfect time is right now. Now is the time. So someone is being guided to go ahead and put that out there, publish that book, create that art, or show off that artwork, or whatever this is that you're doing. And I'm getting the sense of like you can tweak it along the way. Like that's the fun part. Seeing what works and making those improvements along the way and seeing your actual growth along the way. Embrace that. Yeah. Let me see at the bottom. Yeah, we have allow. You're being asked to open your energy field and take down your walls of protection in order to allow goodness into your life. So whoever is holding off on presenting something or doing something, publishing something, whatever this is, I get that. Like this is like, I say you're making excuses, but of course, the reason what you may not see or understand is this is some type of protective mechanism. Someone is trying to avoid something about being rejected. So, someone has an issue with perhaps feeling rejected in their past, and you're just trying to, it's like, trying to protect yourself from ever having to experience that again. I'm hearing you win some, you lose some. Some people are going to absolutely love and admire what you do, and some people won't. And what you have to learn is that the people that love what you do, those are your people. The people that don't, like there's nothing, like you can make it, you can make all the improvements and perfections that you want. They won't. They just won't like it because, there might be something else about you that they don't like. That's not your problem. It's not your issue. So why would you, it's kind of like you're taking an opportunity like from or taking like blessings away, blessing other people with whatever this is that you have to share. Like you're taking it away from the people that actually want it and the people that actually deserve it. And you're giving, like all of your time and energy and emphasis on people that they're not even worth it. Yeah. At the top was receive. Do one more for the Dragon's Hoard. Hi, Grace. It says fresh start. That's what we have, fresh start here. And it says you're being given the opportunity to begin again. Allow yourself to embrace this new life and open up fully to this gift that you've been given. It's like, I don't know who is, it's like, I'm seeing someone one like punching, like you're punching the air, right? Like you're fighting. I don't know. You're fighting against something. What it really is you're fighting against this actual fresh start and this actual opportunity that's being presented to you. Yeah. So resolution is at the bottom. Resolution, because this is something like if you have been having some type of what you may consider or may have used to call like bad luck or something, or like something didn't work out for you in the past, like this is now is your time to shine. That's what's being presented to you. That's what's being offered to you, and all you have to do is just, this is what you've been this is what you've been asking for. Manifest right here at the top. This is what you've been asking for. You've been asking the universe for something. You have been praying to the Most High or God. You've been praying for something, for a change, for something different, for something better, and it's being offered to you, but you gotta let go of whatever that was in the past. Yes, absolutely, Grace. We have to find time to follow our dreams. And I feel like this is what is, like this is what's being offered, an opportunity to follow your dream. Because what did we say? This is about someone's not working on something like some type of creative endeavor, creative project. Most likely this is something that you've always, wanted to do, something that's a gift, something that you've always loved. At the bottom was lighten up. So it's like for some of us, especially with that perfection type of energy that I'm saying, like someone needs to let go of like this need to have something be perfect before they present it, before you publish or, present or whatever this is. You need to lighten up. Someone needs to lighten up. Enjoy the process. Enjoy the journey. I'm hearing savor it. Just enjoy it. Okay, so let's see what we have for this Will-O-The-Wisp with the treasures hidden in the shadows. Yeah, something that we saw that manifest before at the top of the deck with the fresh start. And I said, this is something that someone has been praying for, trying to manifest in. We have here comfort. Some of you guys have been trying to manifest in, or you have been hoping for a more luxurious life, right? Or at least a life of, I'm going to say abundance, because this is more about, not ever having to want for anything, right? like just things being taken care of without you having to feel like stressed out and pressured on a regular basis. I'm hearing smooth sailing. Some of you guys just want things to be like just smooth sailing. And it says, how can you bring more comfort into your life? You can increase your comfort through tangible things such as soft clothes and food, and intangible things such as thinking loving thoughts about yourself and inviting peace into your heart. And I know we've been talking about probably each of our days so far. Remember, I said Cancer, the way that we manifest. Of course, we manifest. You know, it's like what you speak, it's what you think, and it's how you feel. And for Cancers, how you feel is super important. So you have to make sure, right, that for this treasure, this hidden treasure to surface or to resurface, so to speak. Hi, Anika. Hi. Is it Lauren? Yes, Lauren. You have to make sure that you're making yourself comfortable. You're doing things to make yourself comfortable. Doing things that feel good for you. Let's see. Yeah, keep going. We've seen this one before with this deck. It says keep going, right? It may feel as though you've been on this path or journey for so long, and you may even wonder if you're making any progress towards your dreams. This message is a loving reminder for you to keep going. You're almost there. A video came up on TikTok where this lady, she was doing like a visual presentation of what it looks like when you're healing from past trauma, but you decide to kind of reclaim your life and to make drastic changes. And she was showing how, like, the more that you pour into yourself, there's a point where that old trauma and that old hurt, it starts to come up to the surface. And when it comes up to the surface, some people quit, right? And if they were to just keep going, so she's pouring more and she's showing if they just keep going and she's pouring more into this cup, right? And some of that trauma starts to just empty out of the container. And the more that she pours into the container, the more of that trauma is basically healed or removed. But a lot of people stop, right? Because they just feel like it's never coming or it's not going to happen, or not wanting to deal with the past hurt and the past wounds and the past trauma. But you have to keep going. You have to keep going. Florida, I love it. I'm in Mississippi. Let's see. Ooh, I didn't like how that one felt, but we're going to see. Do I keep this card? I'm getting no, but I'm still going to talk about it, but I'm going to put it back, but it's sore. And it says you're being asked to stop dimming your own light, period. And I think I'm just going to stop there. At the bottom, it says break free. So if you want to break free from whatever this is, right, you have to stop dimming your own light, period. You have to. Keep going. That's still part of like just keep going, right? Yeah. So what came out was have faith. For these treasures hidden in the shadows, right? These treasures that you don't see, that I talked about, like they're just right there beneath the surface waiting for you. You're being asked to continue to pour into yourself, to make yourself feel more at ease and more, comfortable, and to just don't stop when things feel like they're tough, or when you may feel like you're not getting whatever this is that you're wanting to manifest in. Just keep going and have faith. It says it's not always easy to have faith and trust that everything is going to be okay. Yet still, you must do exactly that. Because when you have faith, your life will begin to flow in magical ways. that you never imagined were possible. I'm going to say that again. When you have faith, your life will begin to flow in magical ways that you never imagined were possible. And that's part of like, so at the beginning, I was talking about like there's this feeling that some of you guys need to, whatever this is that you're working on or whatever you're doing, even if this is just you're working on yourself, your guidance is to keep some of these parts private to yourself. Like keep it to yourself. Don't share this with the world. Don't get on the World Wide Web, right? So we're not getting onto our social media and blasting to people like, yeah, I'm going to be doing this and that for me because, you know, it's all about me and I love me. Like, no, don't even do it. Just don't. There's something that you're meant to just kind of keep to yourself because you don't want to attract unnecessary attention that might be not really complement your own, right? Because sometimes, again, I'm going to say it again, sometimes people do it knowingly, sometimes people do it unknowingly, but yeah, sometimes people just kind of tend to rain on your parade. But if they don't know that you're having a parade, they don't know what time the parade is, they don't know who's going to be at the parade or what's going on with it, they can't rain on it. They don't know when to rain on your parade if they don't know when and where it is. Stop giving details, intimate details about things that, this is for you. These are things for you. And I'm being guided to say, especially with people that have a track record, that have a history of doing so, right? You know who those people are. And I'm getting the sense of someone kind of like a little kid, right? Still wanting to share with these people because there is some level of wanting some type of validation that you really don't need. You don't need other people's validation. And some people are not going to validate you, not because you're not worthy, not because you're not deserving, but because they don't feel good about themselves. So, how are they going to make you feel good? Why do they want you to feel good? Remember, misery loves company. They can. And some, like, yeah, some people can be judgmental. And, just not only that, if you have to remember that if you are someone that's working on improving your life, you're growing, right? Perhaps you were with a certain group and you guys, would sit around and you would talk about, like maybe in a negative way, but you've outgrown that, but they haven't. So it's not that they're trying to do anything against you. It's just some people you have outgrown. Some people you needed to be with them, like they helped you get over or get through a rocky situation or a rocky time or something like that. That's why they say some people are in your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. Some of those people, that it was seasonal and that the season's up, right? You know when you've outgrown someone, and I know it's hard, especially for a lot of us cancers, right, to let people go, to detach, which is, let's go back to that, what's the card, detach. For some of us it's hard to detach, especially when we feel this certain sense of loyalty to people, right? And that's admirable as long as it's not stunting your growth, because it doesn't mean that you don't love them and you don't care about them. That's not what that means. It just means that you're not in the same place or space as that person, and it's okay to move forward and pursue your own dreams, right? And if you want to look at it another way, like if you're wanting to help other people so that they can grow as well. Some people, like, you're actually meant to be their inspiration. They're meant to see you do it. And when they see you do it, then they're going to want to join in. Remember earlier I talked about some people, I get the feeling of some people trying to peer in and see what you're doing. Some to copy, and some it's because like they just, they just want to know. But some want to copy, meaning they want to do what it is that you're doing because they see the difference in you. They see the improvements. But some of you guys, it's like, you don't need any interference right now, is what I'm getting the sense of. You don't need interference. And you're going to be a better help to those people, right? Once you have, taken care, like it's kind of like putting on some type of armor, making sure that you are emotionally ready, because sometimes, people can, when you're trying to lift them up, sometimes what ends up happening is they end up pulling you down, and you have to be careful with that. You have to be careful. Okay, let's look at this Me Talks, repairing the body, mind, and spirit. Oh, geez. Yeah. Abundance. I love it. I love it. The more, and that's perfect. The more that you're pouring into yourself, right? You're detoxing old habits and old ways and old thought forms that no longer serve you. And the more that you're detoxing your mind, body, soul, everything of those negative thoughts and habits, that's when the abundance really starts to pour in for you. It says you're being asked to open to abundance, to believe that you're deserving of it, and to believe that it will flow to you. That's part of that have faith, right? This is the first important step toward receiving it. Breathe deeply and trust that it's on its way. Yeah. And at the bottom, we have focus. And I really feel like this is about focusing on yourself, honing in on improving yourself. We don't have time to worry about what other people did or what other people said or what other people think or thought. We don't have time for that. Okay, we have check in. So, and this is under the Me Talks, repairing body, mind, spirit. It says, when you think about whatever it is that you're pondering, take a moment to check in with how you feel about it. Do you feel lighter or heavier, excited or filled with dread? Pay attention to your inner guidance. It's always so helpful. So some of you guys, you're being guided to like some of those, we talked about making sure that you're pouring into yourself, that self-care and, taking time to yourself. And for a lot of you, this is your time to check in with yourself. You don't have to ask other people how things are, like what do they think about how you're doing, right? Check in with yourself. Check in with your own compass that you have. Yeah, we have surrender at the bottom. I agree. Maddie, when is my turn? When you decide it's your turn, that's when it's your turn. If you want it to be right now, it's right now. The only person that can tell you when it's your turn, like you don't rely on other people to say, okay, Maddie, now it's your turn. You're not waiting. You're not asking people for permission. Because if you continue to ask other people when it's your turn and asking them for permission, well, who are they going to want to, they're going to want it to be their turn, right? And if you continue to ask more people, right, it's always going to be their turn and not yours. I love it. Thank you, Maddie. Okay, let's do another one for this Me Talks. Oh, geez. Okay, yeah, presence. We have presence. It says, you're being asked to spend more time in the present moment, equals to stop ruminating about the past or longing for the future. Your life is happening right now. And when you're not present for it, you miss all of its beauty. And what have we been talking about earlier? We were talking about the fact that like you're being asked to just enjoy the process, enjoy the ride, right? And here we go again with resolution. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Okay, I see you, Maddie. Okay, messages for Cancer. Messages for Cancer. Oh, okay. Yeah, we have forgive. Red, forgive. There's something that it's kind of like for some people that you're holding on to, or it's like you're blaming, if you're blaming yourself for something, maybe for not being wherever it is that you are telling yourself that you should be already, you know, like if you have some preconceived notion of like, you know, I should already be at this level by now or something like that. Like, you know, okay, like we're focusing on the right here and right now so that we can make improvements and changes for the future. But forgive that part and just let it go. You're right where you're meant to be. Yeah, at the bottom it says thorns weave together the crown you deserve. Because for some of you, this is about putting in some work to go ahead and, you know, like start implementing, planning out the changes that you're wanting to make or that you know that you want to make or, you know, whatever, and start implementing that like right now. Don't think about, you know, like what you're gonna do like years from now or months from now. What are some steps that you can take right now, today, every single day? And if you didn't take those steps yesterday, well, yesterday's gone. There's no need to sit around and beat yourself up about what you woulda, coulda, shoulda done yesterday, but you didn't do. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, we have expectations. We've been talking about this. Don't seek anyone's approval. We talked about, you know, feeling the need to receive some type of unnecessary validation. Like you don't need other people to validate you. Yeah. And don't be afraid of losing people in the process, right? At the bottom, it says storm. Every hurricane comes to an end. So like some things might feel a little bit rocky, but it comes to an end. Everything works in cycles. So it's like, remember that pendulum swing. It goes, you know, you're going to have highs and you're going to have lows. And when you're in that moment of feeling low, that means you need to go ahead and make sure that you're pouring back into yourself. When your energy is low, pour into yourself, right? At the top is castle. It's time for healing, not war. I don't know. Hearing something like where someone might feel like they have the need to get some type of revenge on someone about something. But like, again, like, why are we pouring our energy and our time into people that really aren't worth it? You don't, you're, I'm hearing the best revenge is your paper, right? But your best revenge is pouring into yourself. Yeah. Let's see if we have any more from this deck. And we have one more. Yeah, I mean, it's right here. It comes right here. And it's funny because it's right here on top of presence, which was about focusing on the here and now. And this one is nostalgia. Focus on the here and now. Your guidance, Cancer, is for you to level up. Focus on right here, right now. Yeah, be honest with yourself is what we have here at the bottom. And again, now at the top, we have thorns weave together the crown you deserve. Okay. Let's see what else we get. Okay, messages for Cancer. Oh, gosh. Yeah, we have happy, happy, and go the distance both came out. So happy, happy, and go the distance. I mean, that's just the energy of like for you, like for your ultimate fulfillment and happiness, and for you to get whatever this is that you've been working on, which really at the end of the day has to do with your healing. It's like, don't stop, just keep going. It's not over until it's over. Oh my gosh. And here again, here and now. That's 3 times that we're seeing here and now. You're making a lot of sense. As Cancers always try to take care of others, and our needs are often put to the side. Exactly. That's exactly it. Because we treat people how we want to be treated, right? And yet sometimes Cancers don't speak up when you're not receiving that treatment, or you don't walk away when you're not receiving that treatment. And that's what we've been talking about for this, Cancers leveling up. Like you're not pouring, you're not going to continue to pour into a person or a situation where there are no returns. Oh, wow. We have milk and honey. And this is falling here under this expectations. Don't seek anyone's approval. And it's kind of like someone, it's like you're wanting, like if you're trying to get people to validate or cheer you on with whatever this is, like that your dream is, or your whatever you're working on, or like, you think someone needs to approve the type of person that you're dating even, like you don't. The only person that can determine your happiness, right? What's right for you, what's fulfilling to you, is you. You're the only one that's going to be living that life. Like people always, people are going to have all kinds of opinions on things that they don't have to actually live. Yeah. We have round and round, which is, this is, for me, this is always about like some type of repeated cycle, and if you're asking people for their approval or their validation, it's almost like back to the drawing board. When there's something that you're meant to see to the finish line, you're meant to see something to the very end. Yeah, I split the deck and it was co-create in the middle. So there's something that this is like, these are gifts that you've received, and whatever they are, you're meant to, like, that's what you're meant to develop and you're meant to share. I'm hearing the gift of gab. Some of you guys have some type of something with communication. Yeah, we have the fates. And at the bottom, what makes this even more beautiful to me with the fates, because the fates is always like Sometimes I get the energy of like ancestors that have your back, and sometimes it's just like some type of spirit team or spirit guides, behind the scenes helping you out. And, whoever they are, this is a whole team. We have community at the bottom. You have a whole team that's like vying for, you know, for you, for your success, for you to get whatever this is that, yeah, your blessings. We have blessed at the top. They want to see you, they want to see you be successful. I love that. Yeah. And I split the deck. We have to be fair, which is about balance, and we've seen balance. So for some of you guys, this is long overdue, right? This is long overdue. You definitely deserve it. Okay, so that's basically the end of the reading that we have for today for our Level Up Your Life. Day 13. You guys make sure that you hit the thumbs up, and make sure you're liking the video. Also subscribe. Our goal for this go round is 500 subscribers. When we get to 500 subscribers, I'm giving away 6 free readings. Okay, so 6 people will receive a reading. All you have to do is make sure that you're commenting on the videos, and I will put you in a, I have like a little app where it does the spinny thing, and then it picks, randomly selects the winners. So yeah. So make sure that you're doing that. Please subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. And we are now to the part where if you have a question, I'm going to pick allow some of you guys to go ahead and ask questions for a free yes or no intuitive reading. So remember, these are yes, no questions. And most of the time, so far, all of the time, I, pull a card. I think there's only been one where there was no card that was needed whatsoever, but most of the time I pull a card for you guys as well. So if you have a question, now is your time to start putting it into the chat. I'm not going to stick around too much longer, so make sure that you're putting those in there. Okay, so you're wanting to know if the hearing and judgment will be still held on the 10th. Okay. Keep hearing postpone, 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 postpone. This is weird. This is taking a really long time. Like someone's trying to stall. It's like someone's trying to like stall you out. You know what I mean? Like thinking that you'll give up and you'll get tired or something like that. I don't know if you have a lawyer for whatever this is, or if you're just doing it on your own. But it feels like someone's trying to, it's like she'll give up. Yeah. Stall tactics. Changed my lawyer last year. Something's off. I don't know. Hold on. Did you get the hearing on the 10th? Okay, I'm getting a no for your question. That no, you won't have it on the 10th. But there's something about your lawyer. Yeah, fighting with this government department from 2020. Yeah. I mean, the problem with that is sometimes some people are strong enough to, and I'm talking about lawyers, right? Some of them are strong enough and they make it their mission, right, to fight against government corruption, is what I'm hearing. And some people are easily swayed. I mean, it feels almost like, I mean, I'm going to say allegedly. I don't even know because I don't know these people. I don't know what's going on. It almost feels like you scratch my back, I'll scratch your back. Have you, I don't know. I feel like you might need to have some conversations, more conversations with your lawyer to figure out like what is what are the postponements? What are the delays? And I don't even think it's not even really about the actual answer that they give. It's something about like how, like you need to observe and pay attention to I almost feel like it needs to be like if you've been talking to them like on the phone or whatever, I almost feel like it needs to be an in-person meeting, and it's more so that you can observe them, so that you can see them. There's something about like, so you can actually see their mannerisms and whatnot. Because it's not about the what they say, it's about the how they say it. Or I mean, I don't know, there's something just feels off. I'm hearing something about filed away or file away or something. It just feels like somebody's playing games, like they're just trying to stall. Yeah. In person 3 meetings in the last 4 months. I'm talking specifically about the postponement. I don't know. And again, this is about not just you meeting, this is about making sure that you're paying attention, that you're paying attention to the person's mannerisms, paying attention to not what they say, but specifically how they're saying things. This is not you like going in with a set agenda. This is more you observing. Like you can have have your question or your questions. Why? Like there's something off. I'm just telling you there's something off. I mean, I don't know. You can take it but it feels like there's just something you need to be asking and you need to be watching or observing. No, it's not. It's not about you. There's something behind the scenes. So, I mean, I don't know. Thank you, Grace. Good night. Okay, so if anyone else has any questions for the yes, no intuitive readings, please go ahead and put it in the chat box. But I am about to wrap it up. I've had a pretty bad headache for most of the day. Again, don't forget to hit the thumbs up and make sure that you are subscribing. Maddie, it's really just meant to be one question. Okay, Lauren, is something stolen from me? Something stolen from Lauren. That's really vague. But I know that you have something specific in mind, Lauren. That you're trying to get to the bottom of. Okay, so I'm getting no. Lauren, that there was nothing that was stolen. I'm hearing something about, let me pull a card real quick. Yeah, I mean, the only thing that I'm getting, because I'm getting, Lauren, no, nothing was stolen from you. What I heard was something about freely given. So it's something about like, we have TikTok and we have exchanging gifts and we have building blocks. So if anything was, you know, quote unquote stolen, which really this would be you kind of gave something away. It has something to do with your time and your energy. Like someone was building something, or like I'm hearing like building on your back, like someone was building something with your time, energy, maybe even with some of your financial assistance, even with this exchanging gifts. But it's not that they took something. It's like, you know, if you're going to give it, why not? Okay, so you're wanting to know if you have some type of curse or bad luck. CH. Okay. You're welcome, Lauren. Okay, so let me ask. Okay, it's okay. All right, so Anthony, thank you. Okay, so I guess before I talked about this, I think yesterday a little bit, but when it comes to curses, the only person that can truly curse you, quote quote unquote, would be you. Like people can do things to kind of impact your thinking, your thoughts, and the way that you think. Sometimes we speak those, like if we're thinking negative, we start to speak negative. And what that is you're speaking on your life, right? And when you're speaking negativity on your life, you're cursing yourself. So it's not so much that people can curse you. They can kind of get in your head to make you curse yourself. So I'm being guided to share that with you. I know some people believe in like curses, but that's not really what it is. There's something to do with, I don't know if you care, but it's something to do with free will, right? So people can't curse you. They can't necessarily take from you, but they can manipulate you and trick you into giving things away for free, or, taking from yourself, so to speak. So with that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to ask again, because I asked and there was just no response. So let me see. Okay, so I asked if there was like basically any outside people or, forces that are cursing you, and the answer is no. But I also asked if there's something that you're perhaps thinking, like something to do with your mindset. Yeah, in an extremely short period of time. Yeah. And it's not to say that, like, because we're human, right? So, being human, you're going to have negative thoughts on occasion. And I've talked about this before in previous videos, but there are times where, like, when you notice some negative thinking, like, you have to kind of call it out and you have to counteract it, right? You have to kind of change your perspective, right? Because when you continue to do it, that's when, like, when people say, oh, I have bad luck, and, they say it repeatedly and repeatedly. Well, your brain is programmed to start looking for all of the negative things that are going on in your life. Essentially, you're bringing in more, like, I don't want to say you're bringing in more bad luck, but you're definitely noticing more of the bad than the good. And that's essentially what happens. Remember, like when you say, I want this type of car, and all of a sudden you start seeing it everywhere because you're starting to manifest that in. You're starting to think about that car. You're starting to see it more. You might start seeing yourself in it. That's a part of manifesting. And it's the same thing like when you're speaking about other things, like things about your life, things about, yourself. So you just kind of have to, it's not to say like you're not a robot, you're not a computer. So yeah, you're going to think some things, especially when you're, dealing with hard times. And so it's just kind of like forgive yourself for those thoughts, see what positive you can get out of that, and counter attack it with, for example, with losing people, right? It's like, you might on one hand say, everyone, everyone leaves me. I keep losing people. Everyone, like you might say things like that. Or you might say, you know what? I had some really good times with, this person and that person. And I am really blessed and honored to have been in their lives and to have them a part of my life. Like, how lucky am I? How blessed am I to have ever met them? And, to ever, like you have to kind of change it up. Think about like, these are the lessons that I've learned from these experiences and from these people. So it's not to say that you won't miss them, right? But there is to say like you have to kind of change, like don't focus in, like there's going to be positive and negatives, but you're going to have to focus a little bit more, focus a lot more on the positive, and that's how you control that thinking, right? So I hope that that makes sense and that that helps. Okay, Maddie, will I get my money from this department? Well, it's been going on for 5 years. I'm so sorry that you're going through that, Maddie. Go, Maddie, get her money. Go, Maddie, get her money. You are gonna get your money. Yeah. Let me see. Let me pull something real quick. You're very welcome, Anthony, and I'm so sorry for your losses. Okay, Maddie, today we're focused on your money. Okay, so Maddie, what came out for you was time for a nap. We have the fates and we have exchanging gifts. So I feel like, you know, well, and I did say like, yes, you're going to receive whatever this is. It feels like someone honestly is up to like some foolishness behind the scenes. But it's kind of like, and it's kind of the same thing what we talk about with relationships, right? So you kind of have to let go of like, I'm just going to say it, kind of like obsessive thoughts about, you know, certain things coming in, and just kind of just know that it's like, know that it's going to come in. You may not know when, you may not be able to control, you know, like all of those little, like those details, but know that it is going to come in. You're going to get what you rightfully deserve. That was actually part of what our reading was about, right? And know that it's like there's a team working behind the scenes to right whatever these wrongs are. That's part of the reading that we had as well. So yeah, just try to, you know, find some other things to do and to think about, right? And to work on. And it's kind of like while you're busy thinking and working on other things, you know, it's like, oh, dang, like, wow, where'd that come from? So kind of try to focus on that a little bit. Those, you know, that certain person in that, in the money situation, try to think about it less and just kind of go on, you know, and maybe work on some other things. Okay. Okay. And anyone else have any questions? I'm about to go ahead and log off. I will be back tomorrow because remember, this is 30 days. Okay, LA 1313. Thank you for being here. I don't know who looks like that, but like, it's like I heard, what I heard was girl run. But let me ask the question because that wasn't the answer to the question. I'm hearing the song, I'm in it for a good time, not a long time. I don't know if you know that song. Is that Drake or something? For a good time, not a long time. Now I'm hearing the song, quit playing games with my heart. Someone's like a player. I don't know if it's you or him, but you know, someone's a player. Let me pull a card real quick. And that look, like, just so you guys know, like I'm a medium, and so sometimes like people's ancestors and guides will like kind of come through. So it's like I was getting the energy like this is something that's been like back and like maybe there's been some type of back and forth energy, and you have like a, let me ask. This is an ancestor. This is on like, this is on this side. That means it's like a father's side of the family. Your father's side of the family that's watching. Yeah, they don't, yeah. Okay, let me pull a card and see what we get from that. Is it this? Okay. Yeah, we have clean it up and go the distance. This is a matter of who needs to clean it up. Yeah, it's like someone has to clean up some type of mess that they made. So with clean it up and go the distance. But yeah, at the top is time to go. And at the bottom is serendipity, which is like about luck. And I'm feeling like this person is just gonna, like, they have the option to clean it up or just to kind of move forward. And they're just gonna move forward. But what you don't see is like that's some type of stroke of luck for you, because something needs to be kind of put to rest. It's time to walk away or let something go. And this is either for you or for your person. Like someone needs to walk away from whatever this is. I'm almost feeling like, you know, since one person won't let it go, it's like the other person is going to be guided in another direction. Yeah, I just split the deck in half and it says not for you. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I hope that that was helpful. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. So again, make sure that you like the video, subscribe if you have not already. When we get to 500 subscribers, I'm going to give away 6 free readings. So all you have to do is subscribe and make sure that you're commenting, and please like the videos. So thank you for being here. I'll be back tomorrow and you guys have a wonderful night. I love you. Bye.